it's looking like we will have a bit of a shortage of gold on our hands in terms of gold supply. There's been quite a high supply in recycled gold over the last 6 months, and a lot of that's going to abate going forward. So it's quite likely that, especially in some of the Asian countries, there is a move towards silver away from gold.
Well, how do you like that? Actually, how can you have a shortage of gold? What do you need it for? Fillings? No. Last time I went to the dentist, she put in amalgam and charged me like it was gold or something like that. So some of the luster coming off the stuff there in the view of some. Even the charts seem to point to less allure in the precious metal. Our next guest has been charting the movement of gold and silver. Wang Tao, president of the Technical Analyst Society of Singapore, or TAS, brings us a very, very quantitative, unemotional, and very, very quant-oriented view of the silver and gold markets. Wang, good afternoon to you. Thanks for joining us on the program here. What do the indicators tell you? From what I gather from the charts which you prepped for us today, you don't like gold. You think that the bears are on the prowl and they're going to growl.
Right, Bernie. When we look at the chart, that gold had rallied from 250 to 1,003 level. That was a big rally in the past few years. And all the technical indicator is, especially the wave pattern, shows that gold has completed a 5-wave cycle. It's going to have a big correction. This is going to be the second leg of a correction. The first leg has happened last year when we see that the gold dropped from 1,003 to 680 level, and then now it rallied from 680 to around the 1,000 level. But we see from the chart that the second level high is not higher than the first high. That means this is a field higher level to be touched. In this way, we can see from the chart that it's going to have another drop, which is equal or lower than the previous low at the 680 level.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm looking at a chart, and this is the one we squeezed earlier. We showed a decade-long chart, but this is January 06 till now. I see a very, very distinct double top pattern
right
toward the right, say over the last year and a half, and an attempt at another breakout there. But you've banged in a red arrow saying that we're not going to see any more advancement in this case. All the indicators which you crunch are indicating that move back to sub 700. Is that what you're saying?
Right. It looks like a double top pattern. Even if this is not going to be a double tops, it's likely for the gold to come back to 700 level again. Suppose that this is a field double top. It's possible for the gold to rally further, maybe in 2 or 3 years later. But for the short term, say 1 year or plus, we're likely to see gold price to drop to 700 level.
Okay. Wang, I want you to say hi to my good friend Jeff Lewis from JP Asset Management, who I presume you've had some pretty large gold positions in the past, or at least prescriptions on behalf of your clients.
Well, we have a natural resources fund, which is overweight in gold stocks, yes, but we don't have commodity funds as such.
Okay, but if you're overweight on gold, you're quite disturbed at what you're hearing from Wang, right? Ask him something. Redeem yourself. Help fix your portfolio now.
Okay, so some people say that with the fundamentals for the dollar, the yen, and the euro all pretty weak, that gold benefits as a kind of surrogate currency. I mean, do you give credence to that view, Wang?
Thanks, Jeff. This is kind of intermarket analysis. People think that euro or US dollar is no longer the way for people to invest heavily. They think that it's better to turn investment heavily to gold. But from a technical point of view, all the chart shows that the technical indicator is rather bearish because for the past half year, gold has failed to touch a new high. And from the ideal wave point of view, which is purely technical, it's going to have a second leg of a correction. And we know that the market is not only sometimes determined by the production and the consumption of gold. It's more like emotional speculation sometimes. So this is, of course, purely from a technical point of view. And some other people, fundamental guys, may not agree with this one. Anyway, this is the market.
Wang, is there something in the technicals which point to the 1,000 per ounce level as completely insurmountable. I mean, we've broken through again and again and again, but we haven't been able to hold that. And when we have held it, it hasn't been for very long. Is there something about the 1,000 marker which is just completely unassailable? Is it like a thick coat of armor?
It's a new high recently touched by the gold price. Technically speaking, this is going to be a strong resistance once it touches such a level. We also analyze the chart from a technical point of view that it has touched the top of the wave 5. When the 5-wave cycle completes, normally they will be going to have a big correction. So it's going to be a rather strong resistance. It's not a historical strong resistance anymore in the chart, but it's created recently by the gold price itself.
Mm-hmm. Take me to the silver market for a minute or two, if you would, Wang. When I came back to Asia in 1989, I turned my life savings at that point into a 100-ounce bar of silver, and I paid $477 for it. Is that going to be my meal ticket to retirement, or should I just use it as a paperweight from now till eternity?
That's really interesting. When you look at the chart from the silver, actually the silver and the gold, they have the parallel or chart pattern. Only that silver is more bearish in a way that it has a sharp drop last year. It's very likely for the silver to drop again below or touching a previous low level around 9 something. So my advice is that it's better to liquidate this silver position, or if you have any portfolio at hand, it's better to have some sold out and then wait for a while.
Well, it's a 100-ounce bar. What do I do? Do I chip it into 100 different pieces and kind of average them out over a year, or do I just sell it all in one go and, I don't know, do something else?
I believe it's time to liquidate the silver portfolio, wait for the silver to come down.
Darn it, and I just had it hermetically sealed so it doesn't tarnish. Okay, there's silver. Weakness on silver. Forget that old song, Silver and Gold. Look for something else to hang on your tree. Wang, thanks a lot for that. You're not a silver. Are you a silver bull at all?
No, not
It used to go
particularly.
into photo film, but nobody uses that anymore.
Yes.
Darn.
Yeah.
I hate the digital age, don't you?